Good morning, fellow traders. Happy Friday, August 2nd. Hopefully, everyone has had a good morning start to the end of the week. It's really nice for us Canadians because our Monday is a holiday, so we get the Monday off, and it'll be a short week next week. So this morning was not too bad. I finished up in the green, just shy of $400, $394. Primarily focused on ticker symbol SQ. I was going to take you through some of my trades here because at one point I think I was up around $800 on SQ, and then I got chopped up a little bit and called it quits after a $481 gain. So I'm going to go through my trades with you. SQ was on the scanners for sure. Had a massive drop down. I think it was down 15 or 20% drop this morning. Square Inc., I'm sure you guys have heard of them before. Let's go through the charts. I want to show you how I was reading the 1-minute charts here specifically because this is where it really got interesting for me. As you can see through the overnight, guys, there was just a constant descending pattern holding the 9 EMA. Sometimes it would pass, even pop up over the 20 EMA. However, it was continuously getting pushed down. Towards the market open, I was really short bias on this, that's for sure. To the point where I even took a 100 share start once it passed like this area right here, 71.10, in around this area. So it started to pull in some volume a little bit, and I decided to take 100 shares short just to test the waters. Anyways, I let it bounce around. As soon as the market opened, which was only 3 minutes later, as soon as it passed this bottom wick of the very last candle of the pre-market open is actually when I decided to go short. And my stop would have been very, very tight just above this pre-market candle. So it was basically a 1-minute opening range breakout from the pre-market, but only because the strength of the descending candles in the pre-market is when I took a bit bigger of a stab on the short bias side. Anyways, to my hopeful sightness, it did push down, and as you can see, as soon as it started to push down, I started to take my profits off the table. So by this time, I was 1,100 shares in, and I quickly started to take off some profits because this is where it started to pop up to $800-900 in gains, just like that. At some point in time under the first minute candle, I actually, because I sold so many shares right here, I decided to add a bit more to my share count. That was this candle, or this entry right here, this short entry here, and decided to take a few more. Actually, I exited my position in full basically right here, which was very, very nice move because I basically got the full extent of this first candle. This is where I got chopped up. So the next candle comes into play, starts to consolidate. Next candle comes into play, starts to consolidate. I was anticipating a break of the bottom wick of this previous candle. I went short again, and sure enough, just almost instantly shot up. And being as it surpassed this the previous candle wick on the upper side, I decided to exit my position in full. I wasn't finished with it just yet. Once again, it started to push down. The volume was getting higher. Look at this volume here. So this is where, I was kind of reading the volume. It started to push down. It passed the previous wick here. I entered again. Very quick profits off the table. At this point, psychologically, I was just a little bit, anyways, took profit off, and I exited my full position right here. And sure enough, it shot right back up. So this is very volatile. But if you're quick and you kind of just, go with your gut feeling, sometimes you can get away with some profits. Moving on down towards, I guess, the 15-20 minute mark. Once again, I took another short stab at this, which, I wanted to take this short, actually breaking this flag here, as I like to call it. It came down. I was looking at other stocks in quarter, including NTAP, which I rendered out a loss on this one. But anyways, I got into this late. I knew I was chasing it at this point, and got into it. Sold half my position basically with zero loss. Came down, started to come up. I took the whole thing off the table. I just got cold feet, and rightfully so. This shouldn't have been a trade to begin with. I didn't have the technicals based on these previous few candles. This is what I call just jumping in. And I got cold feet, and I just exited. Even though it did go down to make new lows to 67.24, that was a whole dollar move. This was a full dollar move in 3 minutes. But this is what sometimes happens. You get cold feet, and I kind of jumped in chasing it. I probably did the right thing by getting out of it. That's kind of breaking my rules. Honestly, it was breaking a rule. I did exit it, although I missed literally a full dollar move within 2 minutes of this candle. But that's just sort of how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So, needless to say, guys, I'm up $394. Whatever. It's the end of Friday. I ended my entire week green, 5 green days in a row. Keeping it simple, I guess. And I learned a lot today. For example, just the fact that I chased this candle, although it could have rendered in my favor, this was breaking my rule, and I think that's a very important rule, guys, is never chase the candles. You got to wait for confirmation, and that's what my methodology is, sort of waiting for confirmation. The opening range breakouts, wait for it to break certain previous candle bodies or sticks, and in my case, a day trader, I'm pretty quick with my exits, entries and exits. Perhaps I could hold some of these a bit longer. In some cases, it would certainly help me out. In some cases, it wouldn't help me out. For example, this area right here. If I had held beyond this lower candle wick, boom, it shot up. So, anyways, I'm just going with the flow of everything I know to date, and it's working for me. Hopefully, in the future, my share size can increase, and I can increase these these overall gains for my half-hour trading or so. But for now, guys, keeping it simple and safe, and trying to always minimize the risk, and trying to always follow my rules, because that's what's so important. And once again, the more you learn from your day trading, the better you'll get. So hopefully you guys have learned something from this chart. And till Monday, guys, have a fantastic weekend. And we'll see you on Monday morning trading. I believe the New York Stock Exchange is open, so I will be there. Till then, guys, take care. All the best. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. And talk to you soon.